Tucker Carlson was fired by Fox at the beginning of the week. He ended his show on Friday by saying, "I'll see you on Monday." That's Tucker, lying all the way to the end. We should note that it wasn't the racism or the homophobia or him acting like a predator. It was getting caught. What a bad conservative. Mike Lindell must pay $5 million to someone on a bet after they disproved his theory that the 2020 presidential election was stolen. Yes, $5 million. Or 8 pillow forts made entirely from my pillows. I'm not sure how much more of the strain of the negative publicity Rupert Murdoch is able to take between the Dominion lawsuit, the other lawsuits he has coming down the pike, his failed engagement, and seeing as how he already looks like the world's oldest living and longest surviving nuclear meltdown survivor. So the Dominion case is settled. That's one in the books. It was pretty much as close as we could get to Fox being held accountable for saying something they said. I mean, it was it'd been on the air for more than 25 years now, and I think this is their first major, the closest they've ever come to admitting that they really fucked up on something.
And it won't be their last litigation, because they have multiple lawsuits facing them. What was interesting, by the way, about the way that was handled, we talked about this briefly last week, is that many people were offended by Dominion accepting that settlement because they wanted Murdoch to be bleeding out in the witness seat. And that wasn't going to happen. And Fox clearly told its attorneys, settle it. We don't want to get to court. We will pay whatever it takes. And Dominion accepted the money because they're getting paid now. They're not going to be getting paid after appeal after appeal. They get paid now. So it made sense for them, even though many liberals were not satisfied with the outcome.
And the biggest winners in all this were the lawyers for Dominion, who get a third of the award. They're probably really happy.
Exactly. Plus,
they get their money now.
Plus, they showed that they could handle them in court. I'm sure they'll be representing the other litigants.
Devine, meanwhile, humming a Pink Floyd song, continuing with our rock and roll discussion.
Yeah, it's called a callback.
Oh, I thought since it was Fox News, she was humming "We Don't Need No Education."
That too. That too, as long as it brings them money.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was about. Just about the money, just a settlement, right? And just to prove that they're guilty on some level, right? Just all smoke and mirrors.
But it was a great embarrassment for them, and it helped lead to the the firing of Carlson. And what we're never going to know is how much they have behind the scenes about him. We already know that one of his producers is planning on suing him for sexual harassment, or suing Fox for the sexual harassment that she faced while working for Carlson, because Carlson kept using the C word. And you can't do that. I guess you can't even do that at Fox News.
Wow. They're really becoming uptight.
Well, he's got a job at the BBC, probably. He can use it there.
No, Russian television.
Russian television, yeah.
Well, Tucker's already been featured on state television over in Russia, just as an example of an American broadcaster who disagrees with everything our government's doing. So, like, he might as well be getting paid by them now.
Apparently, he will, as part of his release, quote unquote, from Fox News, he can't go to work for a company that's in direct competition for them. So what people have said, he's going to go work at Newsmax or OWN. He can't do that, at least until he gets his settlement.
How about Cinemax?
He can do legitimate news, except no legitimate news place is going to take him. So he's got a really small market there.
And he's been fired, by the way, by MSNBC, CNN, and now Fox. So that's the trifecta right there. And as for CNN, Devine, you mentioned CNN. They just got rid of
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon. I was about to say Lululemon.
Yeah.
And then my mind went to Detroit Tiger great Chet Lemon. I'm not sure why, but that's what I thought of there. They fired Don Lemon, didn't even let him go on the air to say goodbye.
Not enough lemonade.
At CNN, no wearing no wearing Lululemon items to the company outing at a baseball game. That's their new policy. There's
So now I want lemon pepper chicken. Do you think there's some way that maybe they can trade places? You know, maybe Tucker could go and take Don Lemon's show, and Don Lemon could take Tucker's show. That really shake things up.
I think that I think each of their respective employers would gladly trade back after, like the CNN morning people are with Tucker Carlson for like a minute, and then Don Lemon gets his own show on Fox and does what he does. Rupert calls Ted Turner as like, take him back right now. Oh, what a fucking headache.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob when he went to go work from the chum bucket. He was like, nope, take him back.
See, you don't get that type of analysis on other podcasts. Pod Save America is not comparing this to SpongeBob SquarePants. That's incisive analysis there.
We never even brought up SpongeBob SquarePants when I was on Politipod.
I got nothing for you on that.